welcome back to my channel. Just wanted to point out this is the first time that I've used my brand new lighting all by myself, because I have used it once to film a video and that was with my boyfriend, but this is the first time by myself, so this is extremely exciting. I thought that tonight I was going to film a Q&A because it's really easy and I don't want to do something that's super duper complicated when it's the first time using this lighting, because I don't want to lose something super important. So I just thought I would do a fun Q&A for you guys because I finally have enough questions and they're actually really good, so thank you to those that sent them in. I have actually filmed another Q&A quite recently, but since then I've received some great questions. The person I received this from is called Clueless Stacy, and I recognise her because she comments on so many of my videos. The first question is, what is your favourite fictional film? No, it's not. How did I just say that? I just read it. What is your favourite fictional character? When I first received this question, I remember sitting there for a while and I was kind of like, crap. I don't know what my favourite fictional character is. Like, I sort of went blank because when I hear fictional, I think of like fairy tales and stuff. I don't know why, but that's just what came to mind. I've come to the conclusion that my favourite fictional character is probably from the TV show Friends, and I'd have to go with Chandler. And I know that sounds like a really lame response because obviously he's not an amazing, crazy person, but I just really like him as a character. I think he has a great sense of humour. Obviously it's very stupid, but that's my kind of sense of humour, and I just think he's a really great guy. Like, he's definitely husband material. I just accidentally spoiled something, so I'm guessing I just cut it out. But Friends fans may know what I just said. The next question is, what was your biggest childhood dream? I don't think I really was that ambitious as a child. Like, I didn't really talk about my passions or anything. I felt like I was sort of just doing random things, but there was nothing I really wanted to do. But if I reflect now on what I did as a child, I definitely really wanted to do something in the business, advertising, media area, because I even have a diary from when I was about 7 from when I used to write down advertisements. And to be honest, they're actually reasonably good, which is surprising because I was only like 7 or 8 then. Also, I used to run a lot of little businesses. Obviously, they weren't real businesses, but they felt real to me and I took them really seriously. So I think one of my biggest dreams as a child was to run a business of some sort or have a brand, which is really cool to think about now because I have YouTube and that's sort of my brand. So I guess I'm sort of living my childhood dream, which is really cute. The last question is, what would you change in your life if you could do that right now? I'm finding this incredibly hard to answer, and not because there's so many things to pick between, but because my life is really good. And I don't know if that's a really odd thing to say, but I just feel really grateful for everything that's in my life. I have a great home that I live in, I have a great relationship with my parents, I have my amazing boyfriend and amazing friends, I have a great job, I'm starting a course in a few weeks, I'm healthy. Like, I don't think there's anything that I'll really necessarily change about my own life, but within my life, if I have to be really particular, there isn't really a way I can say this without sounding really cliche and cheesy and probably not genuine, but I just wish that people in my life were happier and healthier, because I myself are pretty happy and healthy and I kind of get impacted a lot by other people's feelings, which does sound really like caring and stuff, but it's actually like a pain in the ass, to be honest. Like, if someone is sad, I'm gonna feel sad with them, so it sort of drags me down. So even though this sounds sort of selfless, it probably is kind of selfish because I know I'll be happier. But yeah, I just want everyone around me to be happier and healthier. Ooh, I actually thought of a proper answer. I wish that there were more hours that I could work, because recently a lot of my hours got stripped back because I can't work on those days for uni. If you guys don't know, I work at a children's gymnasium and I was becoming really attached to quite a lot of the children, and it's just sad. Like, I'm basically just like, bye, I know you're attached to me, but I'm never gonna see you again. And plus, I want to have as many hours as I can at a job, so it's just really frustrating that they had to be cut back because of something that's out of my control. If I haven't mentioned already, I got sent those questions on my Instagram, and now I'm moving on to my Tumblr Ask box because that's where most of my questions are that I receive. The next question is, favourite lip colour for parties? This question is actually impossible for me to answer because I switch up my lip colour for parties every single time. Like, I'm not even kidding. Every single time I go to a party, I'm like, whoa, I can't wear that one. I wore that last time, which is really, really weird because it's not like it's an outfit, but I wear a different one every single time. I guess a good way to summarize the type of ones I wear though is that they're all really, really bright. Like, it's rare that to a party I would wear a nude color because although I love my nude lipsticks, I just love having a really, really good statement lip, and then I usually just have goldy brown eyes. I don't know, it's just sort of my thing that I always like switching it up a bit. Next question is, what would you change your name to if you had to? I never actually thought about this before, and I think it's because I quite like my name. I don't think it's the most amazing, pretty name in the entire world, but I like that it's unique and that I've only met a couple of people in my life with that name. I can't even think of girl names that I like. I'm gonna have trouble naming kids when I'm older. The first name that came to mind was Alaska, and I obviously got that from the book Looking for Alaska. I don't know why I like it so much, but I remember when I was reading that book a while ago, every time I read it, I was like, I love that name, I love it. I think I mainly like it though because I haven't heard it. I don't think it's actually the name in particular. I also quite like the name Summer, and that's because I love the movie 500 Days of Summer. Why do I like names where the name is in the title? That's so weird. Is it because I like the movie? Like, am I tricking myself into liking the name or something? I don't know. The next question is, what do you like to do in your spare time? Because I'm not a uni or school right now, most of my time is taken up by work, which is only a few hours a week anyway, hanging out with my boyfriend, hanging out with other friends, hanging out with my parents, going to the footy on the weekends, and going shopping. That actually does take up a lot more time than you'd think. I wish I had an exciting answer for you, but truth is, majority of my spare time is spent on YouTube. If I know I have a night to myself, I'll be filming. Before and after work, I'll be editing, or I'll be working on thumbnails, or just doing behind the scenes YouTube stuff or planning videos. But apart from YouTube, I do pretty normal things, to be honest. I watch TV shows by myself or with my boyfriend. I tidy my room a lot, so I think that does take up a lot of my time. My room is definitely not in a tidy state right now, but I really like to constantly reorganize things, so that probably does take up quite a lot of my time. I also occasionally read, but not as much as I wish I did. A lot of my time is spent watching YouTube videos. I spend a crazy amount of time watching YouTube videos. I can't believe I forgot that one because I do it for probably hours every single day. Next question is, what's something you constantly misplace? This is the easiest question to answer in the entire world, and it is this thing, my phone. I lose my phone so much. I reckon on a daily basis I lose this, and I don't mean just when you're sitting there and like you can't find it around you. I mean like properly losing it. I search the house for it, I look in the bathrooms, in the bedroom, in the kitchen, and it takes me ages to find it, and it's usually dead too, so no one can phone it. I think it's mainly because when I had the iPhone 4, it was in a fluoro pink and aqua case, which meant that it stood out from everything. But now it is black around the outside. Obviously, the zebra is easy to find, but when it's just black, I don't see it. I don't know why I don't see it, but I just don't. My last question is, do you like maths? This is again a very, very easy question to answer, and my answer is no. I hate maths. I know hate is a very strong word, but I've just been disliking it since such a young age. I remember in primary school, I used to dread that class. I remember getting tears in my eyes walking to the classroom just because I found it so intimidating how they'll point at you and be like, what's 6 times 7? And you're just freaked. Like, even though I'm 18 now, if someone comes up to me and asks me a question like that, I'll just panic. I don't know why, but something about it, like my brain just freezes. I just have a really low confidence level in my ability to do maths, so I basically just think, nope, can't do it, can't do it. I think a lot of the reason that I hate it is because I am really, really bad at it. Like, if you think you're bad at maths, trust me, you are not alone. I quit maths halfway through year 11 just because I sucked at it that much that I probably would have failed the entire class. And it was nothing to do with the fact that I wasn't trying too. I was trying really, really hard. I remember my friend Jody taught me so well all of this algebra stuff. I can't remember, it was something to do with the brackets. Then they go outside of the brackets. Basically, she tried to teach me in a really fun way so that particular numbers were vampires and they're not allowed to leave the house, and it was so complex, but I got it. For some reason, I completely got it. As soon as I got examined on it, I did awful. I'm pretty sure I failed. I'm so thankful that I didn't do it in year 12. I don't suggest it though. Like, it's really, really good to have a maths in year 12. It's amazing if you can do it, but honestly, it would have brought my score down so much. And trust me, if you dislike maths like me, you are not alone, and I promise you it is going to be the best feeling in the world when you're finished with it. Anyway, that's it for this Q&A. Hopefully it didn't turn out too long. I've decided about 10 questions per video is about right, because I found if I do like 15 or 20 questions, it is so hard for me to cut it down to a good length. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and give it a thumbs up if you did, and comment below any future questions that you'd like me to include in a Q&A. That means I'll have more and I could do it more frequently. Also, if you enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate it if you could click that subscribe button, and hopefully you enjoy my other videos too. Bye guys, I love you. Shut up, Vincent, stop snoring. Stop snoring. My dog is being so annoying. I've tried filming this intro like 5 times now, and she keeps snoring, and then it puts me off and distracts me, and oh, it's so annoying. So I'm gonna go wake her up. How are you awake but still snoring? This makes no sense. I wish that I could sort of take control of other people's lives. Okay, that sounds really weird. Oh wow, that sounded so incredibly cheesy.